Hello everyone, Railgan here for another ZvP, and today we're going to have a look at queen drops in the ZvP matchup. We already saw queen drops being used against Terran. I made that really long video where I talk about the Queen Ling Baneling, and today I want to talk to you about using queen drops against Protoss, and honestly they suck. I'm just going to be honest here. If you want the replay, it's in the description, and it's a game that I played against Funk, the Protoss over here. But I can kind of make queen drops happen. I had to take that third base over here. I'm going to go through the early game a bit here to get to the juicy parts, because it's a pretty long game. I'm not sure. Getting that pneumatized carapace, getting the additional queens. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to drop 4 queens, right? This is the more solar style opener with the 4 queens. Instead of going Ling Bane, I've not tried Ling Bane queen drop all in against Protoss, like going full all in. Maybe I should try that. Maybe we should try that. Also, I recorded this video like 1 week before I uploaded, so I don't know. Maybe I tried it in between. I don't know. If you watch my stream, maybe I tried to drop sometime. But anyways, like the queen drop doesn't really get much done here. I kind of kill an oracle and a phoenix, but there's not really much going on here. And he's just safely droning up. Like, I cannot really kill anything. Like, he overvoted and overcharges, and what will my queens do, right? So I'm trying to get something more done over here with my queens. Almost got the oracle. Trying to spread creep all across the map right now while I'm transitioning at home to the Ling Bane. Getting that additional sweet hatchery, getting the 4th base up. I don't know, I think it kind of got me into a good position, but it's mostly because he kind of overreacted to it, I think. Like he lost a lot to the queens in terms of sky units that he really didn't need to lose. And the creep spread is always being quite useful. I told him I'm getting a lot of Ling Bane, getting that hive to get to the Ultralis. He's now going to push out. Of course he's Protoss. Protoss have the observer, so they don't need to waste scan. I think I could have actually just caught that army and killed it, but once he sees my army, it's like, time to go back home, boys. Don't really have much creep spread at home, I just have creep spread at random spots on the map. Guess it's better than nothing. A hive is on the way, the +1 as well. Salatron by, he ran over the creep. What a fool, right? So I immediately sent some Lings down here to clean it up. Then I realized that, well, Lings are not that good, so the Lings actually died to the Salad. Feels bad, man. Then I clean it up. Yeah, I'm not really being very active this game with Ling Bane run bys or stuff like that. I'm mostly sitting at home, just kind of droning up. It was a bit aggressive with my in the early game with my queen drop. I didn't really go in depth on the queen drop because it's mostly just pneumatized carapace, constantly build queens, and then once pneumatized carapace finishes, drop him. That's pretty much the build. Right now I'm more scared of his force over here. I'm trying to get to Ultralisks and the Crater Spire at the same time. He sees my hive, so he knows he's on a timer. Damn observers. Warping units in my main base. Trying to kill these salads. He's just aiming to kill the hive. I think that's a mistake. He should have just aimed with the salads there. He would have gotten a lot more done than if he does something weird like this. Same time he's still poking over here. Like he has that Arcan Immortal composition. I'm not sure why he's spending his money so poorly. I think he's making a Stargate transition to carriers now, but I don't know. Like it's kind of weird what he's doing here. Also going to get the Warp Prism, maybe. Not quite. Yeah, over here we see some Ling Baneling aggression as well. Well, he kills the Banelings. Units lost shows that I lost more than. Over here another drop. I figured he probably doesn't have many cannons, and then he did. I saw the fleet beacon glowy glow. I was like, holy hell. Is it time for carriers already? Yeah, like, nope. we're going to get the Ultralisks and just try to run him over. I can get the Greater Spire anyways and deal with that. Right now I'm trying to attack him over here. He was just not in position for that attack, so I got that Nexus more or less for free. Cannot quite bust him open over there. I mean, I can bust it open with Banelings, but then it just warps in a sentry and force fields or stuff like that. Would not be too smart. Now with my Ultralisks on the field, Ultralisks kind of good, kind of not so good. It's getting Tempest. You don't really see a lot of players going Tempest nowadays. But I have a lot of Lings. Lings kind of die quickly though, so careful. Army value, a lot more minerals, he has a lot more gas. Like, Lings are just huge mineral sinks. Trying to deal with the Warp Prism over here. Could have tried to kill it maybe, but what I'm doing right now is I'm just spreading a lot of creep to get map control. Map control is very important. But yeah. This is actually the only game that I did the Queen drop in the early game that kind of worked. So I didn't really go in depth on the Queen drop, but basically it gets shut down by Photon Overcharge super hard, so I don't really bother. And if they just pressure you, if they just counter pressure you with adepts, you're kind of playing the losing game anyways. The only time where I can see it working is if they go for a Stargate. If they go for a Stargate opener and don't go for an adept follow-up, I think the drop can do a little bit of work. Right now I'm just dealing with the harassment over here a bit. Army value, he now caught up in minerals as well, so he's ready to push out and A move and kill me. I'm ready to drop some Banelings over that sweet army of his. Cleaning up more stuff. Gotta clean up all the salads. More salad, like he's just constantly like throwing away units, but you can just warp in salads and they will always trade somewhat efficiently. That's the nice thing about them, right? So I A move him here now, and this is where we land those sweet Bane drops. And his army is gone. He has something left, right? But I have, like, he lost way more than me there because his army was more expensive. We lost about the same amount in supply, but his army was just way more expensive. And I know there's harassment and stuff going on here, and more DTs here, and I don't know, I have like spines and spores everywhere at all the bases to be safe. So I have that creep tumor here blocking that that base. He's trying to take his 6th right now. It's going mass Tempest, and the counter to mass Tempest is Mass Raptor. You should drop him in his mine with Lings. And I bust him open over here because he was for some reason completely unprepared for this, and now he's actually on creep. I'm just trying to get a some semblance of a trade going over here. By the way, tomorrow we're going to have a look at the Queen drop in the CVC matchup. He has an Ultralisk over here, the Lings are over here as well. The drop is now going to go into his main. Yeah, I'm just kind of throwing units away, trying to get trades going here. I know that there's not too much happening here. I'm just trying to... I just throw my units at him. I'm trying to get a good corruptor count going so I can finally clean up his army, but I think he might GG before I even get there, because I have the money to do it, and well, this last mining base right here, right? 115, so that one is going to be empty, and he just GG's out because the Tempests don't kill anything in time, and by the time he pushes across the map he knows I have this base, this base, this base, this base, this base. You can assume they have this one as well because he sees the creep, right? So it just straight up gives up, and that's it for today. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.